Right here. The Rose Garden. I saw the pop-up annotation for it just a second ago. Anyway. But, no, yeah, Dying Light 2, I just wanted to grind it today. I don't necessarily think I'm going to grind the other stuff, because like I said a couple weeks ago, I think a lot of you guys just want to see the pure gameplay and the story missions. The side quests are kind of like, I guess you could say, like, not necessary. Like, a lot of people, when they upload a main story game, they upload the default campaign, and they try to do it also as quickly as possible, because, I think usually a lot of people don't mind spoilers. Could you be surprised how many games that streamers will, like, upload the entire default story day one? But I'm not that type of guy. I like to spread out and take my time with things. Plus, also, as well, usually when there's a brand new giant game out, wow, the skybox is extremely fucked up. I normally never see that happen. What the fuck? I think it's stuck between the day and the night cycle. I've never seen this before. Jesus Christ, my computer really can't handle this game. Anyway. Oh shit, my computer's gonna explode one day. Anyway, basically, yeah, but nobody really ever uploads, side quests too much for a giant AAA game. Nor do they ever upload, like, any of the little collectibles or, like, DLC. But I guess that depends on the game. It also depends on the type of person. People sometimes have that one game where they will upload everything about it. And yes, there is some people that will literally upload everything about a given game. But the average thing that you'll see, like, let's say, people do a default story, at the most, maybe a DLC, but typically they avoid side quests, and they also avoid, like, any, added, like, secret stuff, just because, like, that's just not, like, who they are. Not everyone plays and dedicates themselves to one particular game unless they're a story walkthrough guy. That's what at least I've noticed, but I'm different. I like to play everything for all it's worth. And then we see Ryan here who says, yo, what's up, Ryan, my boy? I hope that you're well. I know it's probably a little bit late for you, but thank you for dropping by, no matter how long you stay here. Ryan, why is your name got a icon of, like, a invisible eye? Like, what's up with that?
Nobody? Ever again? That sounds a bit extreme.
Well, you think so? What do you think is the first step in loving yourself?
I wasn't paying attention to exactly what this guy was saying. I was actually just speaking to you guys, but, like, why am I being asked such a deep question just, like, straight off the rip? Like, what's with the philosophical questions, like, right away? What do you think is the first step to loving yourself? It's called a little bit of lotion and going to the restroom. No, I'm just kidding. Anyway, what is this spiritual mumbo-jumbo you're selling? I don't know, tell me. I'm gonna say I don't know, tell me. It's less dismissive.
You seem to know the answer. Why don't you tell me?
Flowers.
Flowers.
Huh?
Precisely. Nowadays, I'm hanging around near the metro station in considerable safety and all. But before I joined the PKs, I used to live down in Trinity. I had a shop there, the Blooming Tulip, near the bazaar when it was still the
Very interesting dilemma.
I was raised in an orphanage, among a multitude of apathetic people. Maybe that's why I turned to flowers. But after the outbreak, people stopped buying them.
Oh, that's understandable.
Certainly, but there was this old lady and basically kept the store open.
Only takes one.
She'd come every day, as if nothing had changed. Her visits were the highlight of my day, until one day she didn't show.
Oh, that's sad. What? Why is that every single time that there's a mission in this game, Aiden legitimately... Even Crane never had these sassy of answers. Why is it that it's either, like, I'm an idiot and I'm just indulging him and, like, I just give him an answer of, like, I don't know or what happened, or it's just, like, this extremely rude-ass response where it's just like, you know what? Fuck you. Like, what'd you expect? Like, why is it such a BS answer?
What happened to her?
Her flowers ate her alive. How should I know?
Oh.
I was growing these special pink roses for her. It was her last order, and I simply couldn't throw them all away. So I kept one of the roses and dried it, just for her.
Dude, what the fuck are these answers? Sad story. Bye. Was the person that made these dialogue options, like, in a really bad mood that day? I have had several options back to back where I literally just tell this guy to shove it.
She'd be delighted to know that you never forgot her.
Yeah. If only I could get that rose to her. Could you take it? She never said where she lived precisely, but I asked her once where she kept all her flowers. She said, in a beautiful house made of glass, where the old mound used to
Sounds
be.
like a greenhouse.
Here, take the rose.
Why was he getting so close to me? You could just hand me the rose, bro.
If she's still there.
Just saying hi, and it's because my eye is cool. Ah, yes, nice. Hi, G's. How was your day? We're good, Glabersko. I'm doing well. I would assume that Ryan is also doing well. In terms of your message, by the way, I did see your message on Discord. Just that I never check everything the moment that it's available to me. But, I did check it. I'd be open to filming a video with you. To be honest, I really don't think of my video ideas until, like, the day of, so I don't really know what I'm gonna film today. I can probably get back with you on it, like, maybe, like, let's say, in, like, a few minutes here. I just have to think of some ideas. Usually I just try to rotate my series, so that way there's, like, an episode, like, at least, like, once every week or two in each series, because I have so many sub-series for Left 4 Dead, plus also just different games I gotta balance it with. We could maybe perhaps do, like, a mutation game mode in Rayman. Either that, or maybe, like, let's say... Maybe you can give me footage for a ranking video. But, what if I normally do by myself? I can't really think of any custom maps to play. Mods I normally do by myself. And, I'm not really in the mood to do a challenge, so it probably most likely would be a Rayman video, is my guess, because I do those kind of infrequently, and there's only so many episodes I can do left, because a lot of the Rayman achievements, or the game modes, are broken. So, we'll just play it by ear, and we'll just go from there, and we'll see. But we also could do a Back 4 Blood video, just because I haven't done one in a while, because I know you also asked about that. I know you've been playing the game lately, but like I said, it's really just a matter of we'll see. I hope that's a fair answer to you.
A house made of glass. Reminds me of that flower lady. Maybe I should check it out.
Is it this house? Computers the rose to the old lady. I mean, this looks like it's made of glass. Am I allowed in? Wait, hold on, I gotta kill this zombie. I think it's not even a matter of Aiden having strong weapons anymore. I think it's just that Aiden's strong, because, like, Aiden's one-shotting now with, like, a purple melee weapon. Yeah, we'll just play it by ear, we'll see. I know that sounds kind of like a lukewarm answer, it's just the truth, my G. I don't want to promise anything I can't keep. Because I had a bad habit of doing that, to be honest with you, where I would promise too many things I can't keep. I'm trying to balance a lot of stuff in my life. My schedules for my just life as a whole are kind of like upside down at the moment right now. And I genuinely don't know where I can and cannot fit free time lately. But once everything is settled down in a matter of a few weeks, because it's at an undetermined date, I'll let you know, and then we can go from there. Is it up here? Give the rose to the old lady. Where's the old lady? Item? Helen's testimony. Can't break that. This is her house. But it says to go here. Is she outside? Is she a zombie? I don't know. Let me go upstairs, maybe? There's an upper floor. Oh yeah, man. I wish you the best of luck with the abomination. Okay, it definitely wants me to go here, but I don't know where the hell it wants me to go. It's probably not obvious, like, where the old lady is. She's probably some sort of hit scan I've yet to see. But somewhere in here. Oh, here she is. She's the body with the flower. Like I said, yeah, it probably is some sort of body.
Flower lady.
Yeah, rip flower lady.
So this is her story. I understand now why she went to his flower shop every day. Her son should know that he was loved.
Wait, is this the mom? Wait, was Aiden saying that Peter is her son, or like in a spiritual way, like not actually biological? Either way, though, it's actually kind of beautiful that she put all the flowers everywhere in here from him, but she unfortunately died. It looks like it was a long time ago. Surprised that this Peter guy never found out, like, where she, like, lives definitively to go bother and check. You know? Either way, though, is that, no, yeah, Aiden has a very valid point. We should let this Peter guy know that, this lady really cared a lot. Just sad she had to go. It only takes one person to change somebody's life. So, I'm gonna let this Peter guy know what happened to the flower lady. Yo. Hey, Peter. Hello, Peter.
Yeah, I found her. I'm afraid she had passed away. She was with her flowers.
So, she died in peace.
She did, yes. She wrote a letter and actually mentioned you.
Oh, that's what it was?
She did?
Yes. Here. I think you should read it.
I didn't read it, but let's see what he says.
My mother? So many times as a kid, I imagined how she'd look. I'd see other kids at the park with their mothers, and I'd have this knot in my stomach, feeling I could never see mine, knowing I could never hold her hand, thinking she never even cared, when in fact, she did care. I did see her every day for years. I never expected that she... Maybe this is why I couldn't throw away her flowers. Thank you, Aiden. Love isn't dead after all. I'm gonna need some time alone now.
Take your time, man.
Thank you for giving her the rose. I'll see you around, Aiden.
You're welcome, man. You're welcome, Peter. Let it all out, man. Let it all out. But no, yeah, that's like, can you imagine how much of a weird trip that would be if, like, let's say that for whatever reason your mom, was, like, out of your life, and, like, you met this lady, and, you never knew that that was your mother, and then she dies all of a sudden? Like, that would be weird and kind of stressful for Peter. I don't blame him. I'm gonna kill these guys, and then I'm gonna get this honey. Because I kind of need to start making chamomile again. Or more rather, I need to just make any sort of, like, thing that will give me my, health kits back. I gotta really run on the roofs more often. Oh, and the titles idea, are you for or against? The titles idea? Is this what we were talking about, like, lately in DMs about the Back 4 Blood stuff? I thought that was related to achievements. Or is this a prior message before the recent one?
My bees are the best.
You a beekeeper or a brewer?
I'm both. That's the secret of my double lock.
A lot of these people are animal or food oriented, very generic.
Not wrong.
That's exactly what I'm talking about. No Nobody cares about taste anymore.
Does that surprise you?
I was expecting more like zombie missions, but this is just kind of like just like normal everyday chores with zombies in the
I
background.
gather.
You bet. And it's an excellent time for my trade. Demand for beer is higher than ever. Brewers are in the top 10 most stable jobs in this city.
Right after the Undertakers.
Right. Nice one. As for me, I'm dedicated to nurturing my yeast and my bees.
Your bees?
Yup. You know what the secret ingredient is to brewing the best beer in town? Besides love, of course.
I'm guessing you're about to tell me.
Honey. And to harvest the best kind of honey, you need the best fed bees. Speaking of which, maybe you could help me with my bees. Feed them some sugar. I have my own special beehives in the area. Put them up high to keep them out of reach of those who steal my honey.
I can try. Where exactly are these beehives?
First, you need to find the bags of sugar I've left nearby to feed them. If you find the bags, you'll find the beehives. There are 3 of them, all close to each other. The first one is on a rooftop just nearby.
Probably the one I
If
just
you
came
look
from.
towards the main terminal, you can see it from here. The second is on the rooftop of the main terminal building, below this big tower covered with a Peacekeeper's banner. And the third one is on the top of the main terminal station, just beside one of the statues. Please do it quickly. Business is so brisk, I've neglected them lately. Oh, they're probably...
So there's the one nearby, the Peacekeeper banner, and then the statue. Hopefully it will ping it around the map. I assume this is the sugar, right?
Bag of sugar. I can save Barack's bees from starvation.
Oh, it's a race. Okay. So stop the bees from basically starving. There's 3 of them in total. Wait, that's 8 checkpoints, though. Okay, well, there's the bees. Now I just gotta get to them. That's 1. Keep going, Aiden. That's 2. I have like 3 minutes to do this. Come on, John, you can do this. There's a beehive in the clock tower? There's this one. It's a wind tunnel. Almost. I'm doing really well. I might get gold. That'd be kind of cool. I very well might get gold. Ha! What do you know? Got it. I got gold. Hell yeah. Alright, Master of the Bees 3. Let's go. And now let's talk to Beehive Guy.
Another bag of sugar for Barack's hungry critters.
Wait. But wasn't that all the locations? Oh, there are multiple sets of 3. Oh, okay, so there's multiple sugar bags. The titles is a new thing I came up for sheet for some more myths that got tested by wait, hold on. Titles is new thing I came up with for the sheet, so more myths got tested by you. Better title you will have. Glabersko, could you try to rephrase that a little bit better? Normally I can sort of understand you if it's not completely grammatically correct, but the way you worded that like is a little bit confusing. Could you be a little bit more careful with the way you wrote it? It's a little hard to understand. And I'm trying to say that sincerely. I'm not trying to critique your grammar, but I genuinely don't understand. It's a little hard to read. Sup, Daddy John? What's going on? Hello, son. How's the kids? It's good to see you, Banana Cake or Zion. I hope that you were well. Zion, how you been, by the way, man? I know that normally I don't stream around your time, but you try to visit where you can, and I appreciate that. My schedule's been a little bit crazy lately, so I'm kind of rotating a little bit all over the place with scheduling, so you may or may not see me more often. It just depends, but I hope that you're well since I spoke to you last. Let me know how life's going for you. Let me know what games you're playing. I'm just curious if you saw that Goku skin and like Dragon Ball skins in Fortnite, because I know you're playing Fortnite for a while. A lot of people have been playing Fortnite again. And it's funny, it's just because of one skin. I find it funny how that Fortnite's had so many crossovers at this point, like pretty much like a crossover with literally everything. And yeah, it's this Dragon Ball one that makes people go apeshit. It's like, it's goddamn Dragon Ball! See, like, I watched Dragon Ball as a kid. It's just that I kind of fell out of love with it. I'm, like, not obsessed with it, like, for example, like I could be. But, it's just kind of funny to see people go absolutely apeshit over a crossover. It's almost on par with, like, when Marvel crossed over for the very first time with Fortnite. I still remember when that very first happened, the idea of a crossover with a company for a video game was just insane to me. And now Fortnite does them all the time. Or Epic in general usually does them all the time. Oh, come on. Still got gold. Let's go. I'm good, thanks. How are you? Fortnite and Fall Guys and a bit of Valorant. I was wondering about how Valorant's doing. Valorant kind of like blew up, but it's only like select people that ever talk about it, I feel like.
Should take this thing out. Mission almost complete.
Yeah, I like how Aiden finally made like a funny joke. Like he made a dad joke, lol. Alright. Shit. Okay. Not a big deal. Can get back up there. This way. Come on, Aiden. Smooth ass tuck and roll, Aiden. I gotta get at least 250 to get a gold again. Concentrating a shit ton, don't mind me, chat. How the hell did I actually go up that angle? I'm legitimately surprised they would let me do that. And I'm surprised it also let me run up the barbed wire fence. Normally they also wouldn't let me do that. How many do I need? I only am at like 2 out of 6. It's like they're kind of spread out pretty damn far. I think the guy said that they're all, like, close by. That one dude that said that these are all close by is, like, full of it, because this is not close. Like, my dog's got beehives everywhere. Here... Oh, the damn... Thank you. I got this last one, but I don't think I'm going to get gold. I'm just a little bit too far behind. But silver is definitely fine with me. I'm not trying to get an achievement. There's probably an achievement for, like, getting gold on everything or something. If I ever really want to do this again, it's not like I can't. It's like I would just have to do it later. But I got it. Either way, though, this one was a lot more easier to understand than the other paraglider mission that it was. So let's talk to our boy over here.
Done. Your bees are gonna live.
Fantastic news! Thank you. Here's a souvenir for your efforts. And if you're ever in the neighborhood again, you could still help me. My bees have voracious appetites.
For some reason, this guy, like, makes me think of, like, some certain face I've seen before. I feel like I've known of the person that this is modeled after for some reason. And the Ultimate Fury Cricket, we'll do that. Okay. So we don't want to head to the yellow thing, because that's technically the main quest, but it's near that exclamation point. We need the exclamation point to trigger the option to go to a side quest, because this is just dialogue so far, chat. Oh, by the way, Zion, you are another new person that I need to ask you about this. I wanted to ask you, when it comes to Dying Light 2, I know that I've been playing this game a lot lately, but I want to ask you if you wanted to see me do the DLC that comes out this September, because the way that I go about this game, the speed I take it, we're kind of on track to have like the main story end by the time the first DLC comes out by September. And I just wanted to ask you, would you like to see the DLC? I'm trying to do a majority rule thing. I just want to gauge what you do or do not want to watch and incentivize you to watch the streams, because I know that even though you do have like other stuff outside the streams, I want to visit with you more often, incentivize people to come back as much as I can. Globrisco says, let's say I would have tested 5 myths, so I would have title Mythsmitter, but I will hit 50 myths tested, and my title will be changed to Myth Baron. So something like a ranking system to show appreciation of how many people's titles, names, and when you will get a better question is... Wait, and when will you get better is a question. So essentially you're giving like a ranking system to how many people have been dedicated to watching the show. So like, for example, like somebody submits a lot of myths that contribute to Mythbusting Mondays, they get like a title, and like it shows like a ranking system. Oh, I like that. I'm definitely open to it, but I'm trying to, like, let's say, take a minimalistic approach. So I do like your ideas, and they are welcome, Globrisco. It's just that the bigger the project is, the more people I'll need to help me. Because right now, that important matter from a week ago is still very much at play in my life, and I'm trying to figure out what are my musts and be very critical about like what my time is sunk into, because I'd rather would have it be where I have a few things that I'm really dedicated to, because I can do a lot of things but just not all at once. So I'm trying not to have too many things all at once and make it where that they're not giving my full focus, and then they feel kind of like that they're, I guess, being like a jack of all trades, master of none approach. I want to like give things the proper amount of time they need to feel substantive. And that ranking system is a cool thing, but I think that that's something that is too complicated for me to keep track of personally. And I know that you're giving me access to this Excel file, so that way I can also be responsible and look after it as well in case you're busy, or in case, like, let's say Dan's busy, or Drages or Nitwit, and etc. But I'm trying to have less stuff and sink more time into that less stuff, so it's got more appreciation and dedication into it. And then after that's done and done for all it's worth, then I can swap things out. So I have a few things that I have a lot of my time sunk into rather than a lot, and feeling like I'm not giving the proper amount of time. If that makes any sense at all. You know what I mean? Banana Cake says, I really don't like Dying Light 2, but I like you playing multiplayer games like Fall Guys, Fortnite, Among Us, and all those games, and like Minecraft. I appreciate the feedback, and I'll definitely take that into consideration. As you know, a lot of time lately what I do is multiplayer games 2 days a week, and then Dying Light 2 days a week, so it's a 50-50 ratio, so that way it's equally spread across. What I'll do is that I'll definitely make sure that the games I do on Friday, Saturday are multiplayer-driven games, like Fall Guys, like Minecraft, like Among Us, stuff like that. The walkthrough games, depending on the game, you're still welcome to join me. Dying Light 2 is multiplayer, but I understand if you don't want to play, not everyone's going to like every game. But I'll, like I said, do a majority rule thing, and we'll go from there. But I just wanted to at least ask you for your feedback, so thanks for that. Robersko says, yeah, I can do some of that myself, and it will be done. You can check it, and we'll have everything ready on a sheet, and then I can show it to you. I don't want to take your free time. No, I'm not trying to make it feel like you're taking my free time. But I'm just being upfront with you. Right now, my schedule for my life has had a massive shift of something that came out of nowhere, and I can't publicly disclose what it is, because even though I'm very publicly sharing a lot of things, there's going to be some stuff that will always stay private, and I can't always tell you guys everything. But it's very much impacted my schedule of life. That's why the streams have kind of been all over the place lately. But the idea is that I'm trying to make my schedule balance out everything, because for the longest time I was having it where certain things got neglected because I was trying to do too much all at once. I'm trying to have less is more type of approach, if that makes any sense. Well, I just wanted to pop in and say hi, so I'll see you guys and have a good one. That's completely understandable, Banana Cake or Zion. I hope you have a good one. I appreciate you for stopping by, and I'll see you later, homie. Thanks for stopping by as always, man. I'm glad that I could make your day for however long it was that you decided to stay.
Were you hitting on me, buddy?
Not at all. Oh, no? No, something else. You see what life has done to you? Even your reaction to the word fun proves it. Entertainment? What's that? Playing a guitar? Talking around a campfire? Drinking till you drop? Nobody knows how to party anymore. And people need to unfucking wind. Otherwise the stress is gonna kill you. So, what did I do? I created this great game. Ultimate because it's one and only and bestest. Fury because it's fueled by emotion. And the last part, wait for it, cricket. Ultimate Fury cricket.
Cricket.
Yeah. Used to be a sport where you hit a ball with a bat. In my game, instead of the ball, you have infected.
And what's new about fighting the infected?
What's new is that you just make pure fun out of it. How about that? No jobs, people trying to get you to rescue them, no clearing out buildings. You just get out there and take your frustrations out on the fuckers. Wasn't that what certain sports like boxing were always about? So if you feel like it, just step into the arena and pick up the mace. Oh, and by the way, you can earn cash money. Just promise me one thing, bro. Stay away from my brother Ron. He's a fraud and a fool. He tells everyone he came up with Ultimate Fury Cricket, but it was me.
Okay, will do. Ultimate Fury Cricket. Pick up the bat. So it's a combat challenge. Challenge can only be done during the night, so you want to switch to that phase. Yes. And then activate it. Well, what the hell? Oh, that's kind of cool. I'm on like top of the building. Hit the infected with the catapult bat or throw them out or something. Oh, I'm trying to, like, knock them out of the building. Oh, that's what I'm actually doing, is I'm trying to, like, knock them out of the building. We'll fall out. Yeah, like, they have, like, increased health. I gotta knock them out of the building. Okay. We'll batter up! Kinda hard to get him over the lip. Although I get, like, increased health, I think. Problem is I swing left to right, so I'm gonna have to, like, change my cursor in the direction in which I swing. Maybe I could hold it down? Holding it down definitely gives me more of a swinging room. Okay, I think I get the point of the game. I remember they had a lot of these combat challenges back in Dying Light 1. It was like a way to rank up your skill points. I almost got them all. I think 26 of them, or whatever, was, no, I got 16 out of the 20 is what it was. Okay. Well, here, let me try that again. I like the idea of this. So I have to get 20 people out in at least 1:30 seconds. Okay, will do. So I need to get them at the edge, otherwise it's gonna knock them only into a wall. I need to knock them over a ledge. So get him over the ledge. There goes another guy. There goes another one. I need to make sure wherever the bat is aiming, I gotta aim the cursor in such a way that it hits them out of the map. That's 2. And you see how Aiden cocks it almost like he's a lefty and then a righty? He keeps rotating back and forth between hitting a lefty and a righty. Okay, damn it, I got 16 again! Yo, Globrisco, get some hype to the chat, would you please? We need some hype. I want to get this challenge for you. Hint, get the infected with a catapult, the bat to throw them from the ring. Hit the bat like a catapult. Okay, got you. What if I just walk over to a ledge? If I just do this, I have a 50-50 shot of knocking him over to the right here. And all I would have to do at the most is just turn the crosshair. Here, what if I knock... I can't knock this down. I can definitely use the zombies to knock it down. I think this is the best spot to stand in because I can just knock them all on this corner. Or maybe I just generally have to run around the entire map. Luckily, it's very hard to die. Damn it. One to 15 myths, you are a myth submitter. 16 to 30, you're a myth provider. 31 to 45, you're a myth enthusiast. 46 to 60, you are a myth baron. 61 plus, you are a myth god. Works with you. Or in other words, 1 through 10, 11 through 20, 21 through 30, 31 through 40, and 41 plus. I think the second number option about 1 through 10, and then 11 through 20, and all that stuff is better options for number-wise, but the titles are fine. Problem is, when they sit down, I can't get them up again. Oh, I can hit them out vertically. I thought I had to swing across. My bad. What if I hit him that way? No. I hit that zombie and all he did was just stand still. The hell? Hit him! Come on. Yes. Fuck. Oh my god, I barely scraped by with a bronze. So I did it. I did your challenge, buddy. I don't care about getting a gold, so...
Not so easy, huh? Practice makes perfect. Try again.
Wait. Okay, it says completed. I was so worried that he was gonna be picky about it.
Easy, huh? Practice makes perfect. Try again.
I don't need gold, buddy. I just wanted to just complete it, so... If it's done, it's done. I really don't have that high of skill points, though. I could actually use to do that challenge maybe sometime soon. There's the... Wait. There's one here, two here, three. So other than the one on the bottom, I only have 3 up here, unless I find some more. Is a history lesson another one of those guys that are like, oh, I want you to do me a favor and answer this fun fact about this particular event that happened in the game? Inventory. I only need one more golden item for Aiden's... Why is Aiden frozen? I think Aiden's not supposed to be frozen like that. I only need one more golden item to get a golden outfit. But I'm not sure when I'm going to get around to that. 29 out of 63, 2 out of 70, 50 out of 117. Just kind of looking around at everywhere here real quick all. 26 of these, I don't need really any more. I don't really care about paraglider challenge, okay. Will do. Oh, I should actually switch back over to daytime, because if it's not necessary to be in the nighttime, I'm not gonna be. I mean, I know that you get more points by doing everything at night, but I'd rather would just have the convenience of not being chased down by volatiles, because I want to parkour wherever I want and be lazy, and not have to worry about if I fuck up a jump that I summon the whole entire, like, cavalry. I'd rather would just do a parkour challenge or a combat challenge separately on my own later on. Is this guy here? No, he's around the church. I think there's that one mission I still need to do, like, up here or whatever. It's like the parkour challenge where the guy kept saying slowpoke, slowpoke, slowpoke. It's one of these two parkour challenges, I know it is. So we'll get around to seeing him eventually. Buddy, I think you're not where you're supposed to be. There you go. Yeah. Go back to what you were doing, NPC, before you broke the game and started phasing through the floor. My man's doing a whack-a-mole cosplay. I swear to God, this game is buggy as shit on my end. Like, I know that I'm running the graphics at, like, low speeds and my computer barely can process this game while streaming, but there's, like, weird things where zombies are humans, and, like, the zombies and the humans will, like, just fit through the surfaces where they're not supposed to go. I don't know why, but that's just always funny to me. Okay. So, in here, and we talk to you.
What's going on here?
Hello, I'm Henkel. This student here was curious about my lesson today, about when the guns were confiscated in Villador, and what happened afterwards. He wants to light a candle on the site of the March Massacre.
Why can't he?
No one can leave the building while school is in session. Children shouldn't walk around the bazaar on their own.
I thought you'd be more worried about them falling into a dark zone.
Oh, kids nowadays are too smart to fall into a silly hole. Anyway, could you light a candle for him, young man? You might learn something yourself.
Sure, though I was pretty lousy at history.
History is boring when someone tells you about it. It starts being fascinating when you can touch it.
Touch it?
Yes, take this candle and go to the monument of the World Art Congress. Or what's left of it. It's close by. Contact me when you get there. You'll see what my lesson is about today.
Kind of interesting how they do actually have, like, school in this game. I mean, they do have to teach people after all. Although the first thing I default think of is when Laurie in The Walking Dead was trying to teach Carl about everything. And, like, instead of just trying to talk about surviving, she's just trying to have him do fucking math problems. You guys remember that in the early Walking Dead? That's an early enough season that I feel like a lot of people still know about it. Because, like, people tune on after a while with The Walking Dead, but I think that the first few seasons when Laurie was around, a lot of people watched that back then. So does anybody remember back when Laurie, which is Rick's wife and Carl's mom, tried to teach Carl, like, fucking math problems when the apocalypse happened? I get that she was in denial and assumed things would go back to normal. It did sort of, I guess, make Carl smart, but rather, she should have, like, taught Carl, like, I don't know, like, how to make food, how to garden, how to shoot a gun, how to, know people you can trust, like basic human psychology. A couple of other, you know, mismatch of other things, you know? Not being like, Carl, this is how you do algebra.
I'm at the monument. You were right. Not much left of it.
Good. Look closely. There is much more to it than meets the eye.
Is it the dead body, or no, it's the signs?
What happened here?
That is where the riots started. People were terrified. How could they protect themselves and their families? There was massive unrest. So, a curfew was put in place, and homes
were raided to ensure no one was hiding any weapons. Punishment for those who didn't comply was quite severe.
Ah, there's a plaque here. Oof, a lot of names on it. Are those the victims of a massacre?
Yes, 64 names. Things were starting to get pretty bad outside the walls around then, and the army needed more weapons. So they confiscated the civilians' weapons. Private ownership of any sort of firearm and its ammunition was forbidden thereafter.
See, like, I remember that the original game took place in Haran, but you can definitely tell that this story takes place in America for Dying Light 2, because there's absolutely no way that this would fucking fly in America. No wonder the world went to shit. Like, I mean, I'm not a big gun advocate, but I'm just saying, it's like, I know about, like, how... Like, I was gonna say is that other than political crap, like, abroad... Basic, I guess, like, the stereotypical, like, constitutional rights are, like, so advocated for and have such extreme opinions in the U.S. Like, like I said, I'm not trying to make this political whatsoever, but I'm just saying is that, like, I find it kind of funny how that, you know that it was only a massacre because they're trying to take away the guns, because this is most likely taking place in America, because, like, I think there's some other countries where they've kind of gotten used to the idea of not owning firearms, at least for the civilians, but, in America, obviously, you know, America, we're, like, all big on, like, you know, having your own gun. I feel like this would only really be a problem in the U.S. because anytime any gun rule changes, for better or for worse, everyone freaks the fuck out. So I can definitely see why this would lead to catastrophe if this was in the U.S. I'm just joking about my own country. I like it, but we do have our problems. But I feel like that this wouldn't be as extreme in other countries, at least just from the outside looking in. But, no, yeah, basically when it comes to, like, America is that, like, we're not perfect, and we do have a lot of things that can be, I guess, taken, like, pretty to extreme. But at least the good news is, though, is that unlike some other countries where, like, you don't even have a choice to end up talking about these things, at least in America, even though it can be very radical different opinions, at least we have an opinion here. You know, like, things can change for better for worse, but that's because we have the choice of change, and it's at least an option. It's not like whatever is whatever shall be, written in stone, and if not, like, the world goes to shit. Like, an example I can give of this is, like, something like North Korea, where, like, you have an opinion, you fucking die. At least in here, like, in the United States, like, I mean, it's not a perfect system. I will absolutely not say it's perfect. At least we have the option, or at least the option to seek out other options, if that makes any sense. There's an escalator down here. I'm gonna see if I can really quickly pick up this, let me switch this around. Just pick up this inhibitor. Why is it... I'm trying to hit F, but it really doesn't let me wanna... Oh shit, I'm gonna die. I was trying to hit F to see, like, whether or not that I was allowed to grappling the guy. I don't know what the hell the F option is. Like, why does it pop up? Is the F option only the option where it's like you're holding the zombie like this and you just have to punch him off of you? Because I remember there being some sort of button where it's like, I'm allowed to, I'm like allowed to, like fling the zombie behind me or something, I think. Anyway, history lesson. So let's go back over here, back to what was in the square, and then see if we can try to find that inhibitor again. I'm just not even going to bother trying to use the F grappling mechanic anymore, because I don't think it's working the way I think it works in my head. So there's an inhibitor down here, and I'm going to head back downstairs into the metro system, and I'm just going to simply pick it up. Let me activate this car trap, by the way. Aiden. How did that hit me? I'm literally through a solid wall, you know? Okay, back to the middle. Oh, here it is. Over here, the tree.
Shots were fired.
The army started shooting at people. Panic broke out. And of course, things only got worse. The riots escalated. It was the beginning of the end. Light the candle.
So you're saying that Pratt made a bad call, taking people's guns away?
Hard to know for sure, but it didn't end well for anyone. In fact, the main irony is that the army soon ran out of ammunition. And just like that, firearms became obsolete. At least, that's what's generally believed to have happened. Now, you'll hear some folks claim that Pratt kept a secret stash of ammunition somewhere in the city. But if so, he took that secret to the grave. So I guess we'll never really know. And that's the thing about history. We rarely ever really know. It's not a hard science. History is fragile as the passing of time. It takes the vigilance of people like myself to make sure it's not rewritten to suit the whim of each new generation's self-righteous fight.
That's a very good sentence right there.
Farewell now, Pilgrim. I hope this little trip down memory lane has illuminated your path.
That's also another really good thing that this game actually has is really good dialogue, is that what that guy just said about that history should not be rewritten for someone, like, in other words, current struggle. He said fight, but it's like, you know, current events. Like, I understand that history as a whole for some people is boring as shit of a subject, but depending on who's the teacher, it makes it really interesting. I'm going to give an example of this. For me particularly, I was homeschooled. Now, this is no discredit to any of my online teachers, but my mom set me up for, like, this online schooling system, and it was basically like, it's not like the Zoom call thing, like, nowadays that kids have with, like, what happened during the pandemic. These were just preset videos, kind of like almost like a website's version of YouTube, and it was about school subjects. And they would have like quizzes, but they would have like these videos, and they would have like basically like all these lessons and all that stuff like that. And I remember that the history teacher, because they would be different teacher for each class, although sometimes there was overlap, but the history teacher on this website, this was called Time for Learning. That was the website I used for middle school / high school. That website, the history teacher was actually really good. Now, at points, they were kind of cringy, let's just say that. They tried to make it as much about kids as much as it was for high schoolers, so they had to keep the content clean and at least historically accurate. There was parts where they had to talk about, like, World War II and some other horrible things, but if they didn't have to, they tried to keep it as light as they could, and they tried to make learning fun by doing skits and almost kind of like kid-like activities, like pretending to cosplay as certain characters and talking about it from a first-person recount. It kind of was dorky at times, but it worked. It helped me remember as much as it was silly. But the history teacher really made the history good. And when I started to get towards the end of high school, when my mom had to start working again, she wasn't just a stay-at-home mom, and I kind of had to like sort of self-teach myself, and then I started seeking out outlets like YouTube, and you get these people like the one people that I watched was Crash Course, not the map, but like this YouTube channel called Crash Course. It's like got like John Green, and I remember a lot of their teachings, and there were some other ones I had for like, let's say, science, with like ASAP Science and a couple of other ones. Which I still watch a lot of them all to this day. But basically the idea is that whoever's the teacher is, if someone's a really good teacher, they can make any subject fun. I feel like that's the one problem with the current schooling system, is that obviously like a lot of the teachers are not really teachers. They're just people working a 9 to 5. I think really what it would be is that school is not perfect. It's important, but I'm more of an advocate of self-teaching and self-learning and learning from the direct people. In my humble opinion, high school and the schooling system, at least in the US in general, is massively flawed, and there's a lot of good stuff to still be taught, but there's some unnecessary stuff that's filler that could definitely be cut out. So you only learn some good stuff and some other stuff is not necessary anymore, because school is something that is like religion, where it's almost kind of like so old school that really hasn't updated much over time. Because literally, for example, the main 4 subjects being science, history, math, and English, a lot of them really don't change that well. I would think that to a certain degree, modern English classes should teach you slang, because the whole point of English is that your basic concept is that, does the person understand you, rather than being grammatically correct. So, for example, if you understand somebody, who cares if your English makes grammatical sense? I mean, yes, it should make grammatical sense, but your main objective should be that people should understand you. So I think they should almost implement slang words and have, like, the Urban Dictionary be in play. I think with science, you should have more than just, like, let's say, dissecting a frog or dissecting an animal. You should instead more look about, like, your actual human body and teach kids how to be healthy and not be obese, and not necessarily just force them to work in a gym and just expect them to, you know, have the discipline on their own to not be fat. I think that you should rather have a fun approach, and you should be like, hey, kids, do me a favor. Take a look at your human body and tell me this fact and this fact, and let me enlighten you on some things you can do to be overall healthy, because there is kind of like a health crisis, at least in the U.S. Once again, I'm speaking from the point of being an American. Because there's some elements of healthiness that is actually fun and easy to do. Like, for example, some people, they like to work out, but let's say they only like to do sports. Just show them how to enjoy sports. And if they like lifting, show them how to lift weights. And if people like to eat compared to, work out, you can still be healthy without having to relatively work out to the extreme. You can walk. You definitely should at least work out to a certain degree, but you don't necessarily need to do a lot. But like, let's say that somebody has a couple few healthy foods, not much, but there's some healthy foods like salads or fruits or vegetables that they do like eating just as much as the junk food. Simply encourage them to fade out the junk food and eat more of the healthy food they already like, or something like that. Another example I can give is that science class, like rather like instead of people like figuring out how to like dissect a frog, like tell them how to look more like their own human body. And stuff like that. And then for history, teach kids something that is important, even if it's not necessarily, I guess, relevant, but figure out a way to tie it in with an analogy that would make sense with modern history. So, for example, for me, I relate to World War II and above, because anything pre-World War II is kind of hard to understand for me, because a lot of it is, the further you go back, the harder it is to relate, because old school things were like, let's say, books or by word of mouth, and so it changes over time. Now most modern history, like World War II or before, is literally written in stone. We have definitive things like computer systems where we can go back and have photos and videos and actual proof that a certain concept exists instead of just saying it did. Like, for example, so if you go back as far as, like, let's say, the biblical area, there's only so much information, and you kind of have to just do the analogy of just trust me, bro. So the way you do that is by having a good storyteller. If you can have somebody almost feel like that they are put in history themselves, that's when it's usually very good. An example I can give of this that is a modern-day example of a really good history telling is that Hamilton movie. Well, not a movie, it's more rather like a play. But has anybody ever heard of that before, where it's like the Hamilton musical? Where it's like the Hamilton story about, like, Alexander Hamilton, and it's like a musical interpretation. It's on Disney Plus if you ever want to look it up. But that is, like, unanimously considered one of the most popular it's considered pop culture, which is funny because it's about a old school event. But a person, all they did was just take, like, a musical twist on a pre-existing historical event and made people remember. It's not like Kid House Rock, or not Kid House Rock, Schoolhouse Rock. It's not cringy. It's actually got, like, rap and trap and like hip hop elements, which makes it really extremely catchy. If you ever like want to look it up, just at least look it up. You don't have to like research it like heavily, but look it up one day. I think you get a big kick out of it. But that's just an example of how I would take an approach about like modern schooling, because I feel like that a lot of old school stuff about what bugs people the most is that the current schooling system in the U.S. doesn't prepare you for real life, at least not to a certain degree, because it teaches you stuff that is not relevant anymore. Like, for example, like, math past, like, Algebra 1 is really not necessary unless you're doing a certain type of job. Same thing with the science, same thing with English, and same thing with history. Past a certain point, it should be only if you're getting a certain job, and you should learn then, therefore, in college. But even then, you can usually just look this all up with the internet, and it's not about what you can learn, it's about what you can look up, because modern life is around that. Now, I do encourage you that you should at least learn, because, like, let's say if the internet ever goes out of whack, you ever have it where you feel like you can't look something up because your problem doesn't exist yet, or you have no access to the internet and you legitimately have to problem solve, you should have basic knowledge to fix that situation if you ever ran into it, even though it's not common. But I do agree that that's unlikely, and it's not exactly necessary anymore. Like, for example, the person that said, like, oh, you're never going to have a calculator on you, you get your phone. Or, for example, like, you need to do math, like, at your job. Your computer at your job tells you how much to ring up somebody's change, for example. It's not a perfect system, and there's a lot of people that do agree, disagree, yada, 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 but that's my take on it. I think really what you should do in life is that always have a desire to learn, and you should get a reasonable amount of knowledge, and you should pay attention in school. But past high school, I feel like that college is not necessary. It just depends on what you want to do in life. If you genuinely want to be a doctor, or you want to be a lawyer, those are the types of jobs where it would make sense, because you can't look that up on YouTube, really. You can't, like, figure out how to be a doctor or a lawyer through YouTube. But if you're, like, let's say, looking to be, like, an entrepreneur, and you want to be, like, let's say, a YouTuber like I do, I'm only getting a degree and an associate's degree in general studies because it's a minimal degree, so I have a job in the meantime while working on the YouTube channel. But once the YouTube channel thing takes off, then I'm going to fully commit to it, you know what I mean? So it's like, I'm not having it where I'm going to get a doctorate in something that I'm not going to do in the long-term future, you know what I mean? So that's just an example of some things. So it works smarter, not harder, but I see what they're trying to convey with their point about, like, let's say this historical lesson. I just read, I guess, maybe a little bit too much into it, maybe. But I think that this particular mission, it is important to learn from history. My favorite subject when growing up was science, because I like things like Bill Nye the Science Guy, but now, more than ever, my favorite thing is history. Because I like being informed and knowing about certain things, so that way, number one, I can be able to teach others very critical, important things and give them the shortcuts that they need, because I can filter out all the boring, unnecessary crap because I know what it is, and I can show them just the stuff of what they particularly need. Plus, also, with histories, you know about what happened, so you don't have to worry about it happening again, because otherwise history will indeed repeat itself. If you don't know what there is to avoid it, like, for example, World War II, 9/11, yada, 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 if you don't know about those events, you may be on track to repeat them because you don't know how to prevent it otherwise. Okay, Kevin, you don't need to tell me to eat shit and die. Anyway, I'm gonna go back more to focusing about the Dying Light story, but that's just kind of like my general idea in 2 cents. You know what I mean?
Guy, where are your parents?
I'm not little.
Okay, sure. What are you doing here alone?
I'm on an important mission.
Oh, a mission, huh? Alright, what kind of mission?
Secret mission, of course. Super secret. And I ain't telling you.
Would you tell me if I offered to help?
I don't need any help. But if you gotta know, I'm fetching food for my parents. I do it all the time. No biggie.
Seems dangerous. Couldn't your parents at least come with you?
Nope. Like I said, no biggie. I can handle it. I can handle anything.
Hey, listen, you're incredibly brave, but I'd really like to help.
I suppose I could bring you on board. Heck, I can even pay you. How's that?
So now kids are hiring me. Why not? What are your orders, sir?
There's a shop on West Horizon Lane, just before you hit the chemical zone. I was loading backpacks with food when those nasties showed up and chased me out. Bring me those backpacks, and I'll give you a super weapon. My dad's weapon.
So, the mission's to get food for your parents.
Yeah, that's right. And you can deliver it to our home. We live on the edge
This is
of
just
the-
DoorDash the Zombie Apocalypse edition.
Be best to get the backpacks at night, when the infected aren't around.
Sure, if you say so. I don't know. But you'll do it, right?
I can't promise anything. We'll see.
Oh, okay. Well, see you soon, hopefully.
The kid was actually kind of sweet when I got to get to know him, although it was kind of funny just at the beginning where it's just like, eat shit and die! I love how that was the thing that he first says, like, when I run by him. What the fuck do you say to me, you little shit? Like, that's what I was almost, like, like implying, like, with that joke. Like, when he said eat shit and die, I was thinking of, like, when Ninja was just like, what the fuck did you say to me, you little shit? I love that clip so much. It's just so funny to me. Sounds good, Bobberska. I'll keep you updated on that. Hey, Vader, by the way. I know I didn't necessarily say hi to you when you showed up originally, but what's up, man? Hope that you're well since I last saw you. So find the containers in Dark Zone. I wonder if I could have done this mission without triggering the dialogue. Because hypothetically, if you can get access in an open world game to go to somewhere without having to have the mission unlocked, will it only let me grab the thing to make progress after I've gotten the dialogue? Or is it going to be one of those things where it's like I can collect it for an unknown purpose until I find that dialogue, and then I just get it early, and then like the moment they say to go look for something, I already have my inventory, so I just immediately give it to the character. I've done that before. Remember that one mission where it was like, give the lady the cologne ingredients of like scrapped metal and like, what was it, lavender? And I already had it in my inventory, so I was just able to give it to her, and then that was easy. Okay. Dude, I would be so worried to do that as Aiden. Like, I'd be worried that if I were to put my hand around the zombie from the front, he would bite my arm. Like, if I did this and put it, like, right near his mouth, he'd just, like, clamp. Unless he's just being smart about it, not necessarily getting bitten. But after being bit the first time, I would have PTSD. Who wants spaghetti? Yeah, not nearly as many zombies in here. Dude, the music when this, like, mission is playing is, like, kind of really creepy. It's like, tink, tink. Oh, wait. What if the kid's parents are dead?
Yep, here.
Oh. Are we live? Hello? Guys? Are we live? Anyone hear me? Hello, Yoo-hoo? I'm not really sure what to do in this instance because the live stream says we're still going, but the game says I disconnected. The network connection to the online services has been lost. Wait.
Feed that family.
But I'm here though. Is it raining? Hold on, is it raining where I am? Is that why it lost connection? Because I still have internet, because I'm able to see my laptop is still playing my own stream, because I'm watching my own stream right now. Is my backyard full of rain? Yeah, it's raining out. I had no idea it was raining. I only just knew because I pulled the blinds up because I normally keep these closed so people don't bother me when I'm streaming. Maybe this game allows you to play offline. Maybe you don't necessarily need the internet to play it, which would shock me because most modern games require you to have internet regardless if you play single-player games, which is kind of stupid, but... maybe this game doesn't require online for you to play the single-player portion of the game. Maybe it just doesn't let me play the multiplayer part of it. Regardless, I'm going to bring the food to Kevin. Am I allowed to sleep? Hopefully this won't reset the mission. I'll give it to him in the morning. Actually, you know what? I'm going to actually just do it at night because then I get extra points. I was already doing it at night, so might as well just get extra combat points and shit like that. Let me go back to nighttime. If it's already at night, I should just keep it at night. Dad, not this again. What? Is he in the house? Oh. That's sad.
He's here! Finally! Did you get the supplies?
The kid's gotta move on. He's a kid. I can't have him be where he gets himself killed because he tries to think his parents are curable.
Hey, listen. Those two. You are aware that you have...
You talking about my parents?
Well, that is... Those are your parents?
That's what I said, isn't it? Mum, Dad, look who's here. I told you he wouldn't take the food and run. I know you're hungry.
But buddy, you gotta move on. Like, I understand that he's a kid, but he's gotta hear the truth. I can't have him die because he gets bitten by zombified parents, you know? That just, I can't. He's gotta move on and live. I mean, it sucks, but his parents wouldn't want this for him.
Listen, kid. You know what it means to transform, right?
What, do you think I've been hiding under a rock? Of course I know.
That's good. So, your parents, they're not with us anymore. They've transformed.
No way. Look.
I did
Hey,
look.
Dad, you hungry?
But they're virals. That could be dangerous for you.
I'll handle them. Meanwhile, let's get down to business. I told you if I hired you for the mission, I'd pay you. Got the food?
Right. Here.
Awesome. Thanks. Here, Mum. Here, Dad. Enjoy. Bye now. See you tomorrow. Don't worry. I'll be back to feed you again. And here you go. This is the super weapon. My dad won't be needing it anymore. Thanks again. My parents are also grateful, as you can see.
Well, that's sad. Very sad, actually. Ah, poor kid. That reminds me of, like, back when I played the Walking Dead games in the final season, by like, Telltale, where, like, Clementine was trying to teach AJ the difference between, like, how that people are separate from zombies and that zombies are not humans. They can't be cured. So you have to just move on. Because I remember there was the element tying in with James, where James was a whisperer, which is in the comics like the guys that like dress up as zombies. And I basically had to explain to AJ in that game that zombies are not people anymore. They're not what you think they are. It's not like they can be cured, unfortunately. It's just people die and all that is just their body. Just sad that the kid can't be helped. All it was just dialogue changes. I thought that I could, like, try to convince the kid. Anyway, we got the water and the lightning challenge, and then there's another challenge up here called the water fight, which is once again accepting at night. But I'll just try to do all of these at night. It doesn't really matter to me. Just keep running on the rooftops to make sure that we don't trigger a howler. Although it is interesting how technically that the howler does only appear on the ground. You would be surprised that some of them don't spawn on the roof, which I'm shocked to see because you would think that they would spawn on the roof, you know? Why is that only zombies on the lower levels are howlers? Like, when somebody on the rooftop or they transform also have a risk of being a howler? It's probably just to avoid the game being risky and, like, too annoying, but it's just something I noticed.
Hello, Lightning.
Yo, what's up? So you've heard about me?
Sure, who hasn't?
Yeah, I'm a fucking legend. What are they saying? Any hot chicks asking about me?
Oh man, plenty. All dreaming to meet the legend.
That's my life. What can I say? Providing the fastest water.
He's so ego-driven, he can't sense the sarcasm.
Status. I have also the most diverse selection. Still water, sparkling water, lavender flavor, honey flavor, even Urtica flavor.
I read that as urine flavor.
Urtica flavor?
Who knows? But it sounds intriguing, right? It's called marketing. People drink it up. Doesn't matter what it is, but if it sounds fresh and different, they want it. So, did you come here to challenge me? To get your ass kicked by Fabulous Sadio?
Well, I know I have no chance, but to be defeated by you would be an honor.
Darn right it would, man. So, when you're ready, take these bottles for a brisk run. Just try not to break your legs.
I absolutely, if this is a race, want to get a gold and destroy this guy's ego. Like, I gotta do that now. I have to, Oh, I have to do this during the day? Oh, interesting. This one requires day. But I want to get this as a gold so I can absolutely just destroy this guy's ego. That'd be too funny. So reach 22 checkpoints by at least 250. Oh, there's a trampoline. Shit. Wait, you can take a zipline upward? I thought it was always down. Well, that's good to know. I never thought that you could take it upward. Go, 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 go. I really am trying to take the quickest routes. Ow. Fuck. Aiden. Aiden! I guess I can't grab this one. Fuck! Hold on, I'm resetting this. I need to just give this guy an absolute just destroying of his ego. I'm doing this again. There's gotta be a way to get a very fast way through this damn thing. What the fuck happened? Okay, sure. That seems fair. You worked a second ago, now you don't want to work. Oh, I had to jump is what it was. It's not just walk up to it and it does it. Okay, fair. Okay, thank God I grabbed it. So why does this go up but not the other? Hmm.
Let's go.
Fuck. I'm gonna do this quickly. I'm not doing this unless I can destroy his ego. I promise you that. I don't want to have it where I get a bronze and he's just like, oh, you could do better. Come on. I remember that these auto grab if I walk next to it, so. Go. Walk up. Through. On. And then I gotta go this way. Because that's the quickest shortcut. Keep going. Shit. I probably should have taken the lamps, but it's all good. Almost. Let go. Aiden, let go. Oh my god, Aiden just stuck permanently crouching. Aiden, jump! I actually cannot believe I got gold by getting 2 minutes and 50 seconds and like point of almost another second. I was just barely short of failing there. Holy crap. But like, dude, that is the most annoying thing. I mean, maybe I'm not hitting the right button. I don't know. But like, I swear to God, in my head, I know the muscle memory to know where each button is, and I know what the combos are to get Aiden to do certain things. I'm trying to get him to drop with C and get him to let go of the thing he's hanging on so he can go underneath the thing and either slide or roll under the hole in the ground with the wood, because I know we can't swing through that narrow space. I tried, it just doesn't work. So I gave up on that fact. But then there's this stupid shit where he's hanging on the fence and he's just stuck teabagging like this, and he's just humping the fence post. And it's just like, Aiden, use your leg. Take it one at a time. Go over. Then take the other leg. Go over and jump over the goddamn fence and stop teabagging the fence like this. It's like the man doesn't know how to use his legs. Stupid.
I mean, no fucking way. How did you do that? Did you cheat?
No, I'm just faster. So no more Sadio the Lightning for you.
This ain't over. I'll keep practicing. And so should you. See you around the water tower, fool.
See, I had to just reset that guy. I had to destroy his ego. That was the one thing I had to get gold on. Oh, so this only just opened now. Sentimental value. I get a combat power-up, though. Alright. Yeah, but that character had to get his ego reset. That was funny, destroying his ego. I love destroying people's egos. At least if they're a jackass. I think I talked to you once before.
Hey, little one. How are you?
I'm not little.
But hey, wait. We've met before. I'm Aiden. What's your name again?
Maya.
What are you doing here, Maya?
Looking for bandits. Gonna beat the crap out of them. But I'm hiding from the infected right now.
Ah. So, what did these bandits do to you?
They stole lots of stuff. But the most important thing was... Oh, they're here.
Oh.
There she is. You're done following us around, you little shit.
Told ya.
You're dead, kid.
Hey, back off, you fucks.
How about I beat him up? Hide. This won't take
I love how Aiden's like, how about I beat him up? When in reality, he's gonna chop their fucking heads off. Because that's exactly what I'm gonna do. Yeah, I would run if I were you. Oh, I know you're a survivor. Okay. Yeah, I did more than beat him up. Don't worry. Let's just say they're not going to bother you for a while.
Thanks. That was amazing. And gross, too.
They're the ones who stole your stuff?
No, there were more of them before. The rest probably haven't.
What's this most important thing they took?
My music box.
Why is it so important to you?
It belonged to my mother. That's all I have left of her.
I get it.
That does sound important.
You need to find it, and I'll let you keep it if you do. You did save my life.
No, you keep
the
it.
bandits went into that building, overlooking a construction site on William the Ninth Road. You gotta get it from them. If you won't, then I will.
Whoa, little... I mean, my lady...
My lady.
I'll handle him.
If you can't find them, just stop and listen. The music box plays a melody like this.
Sings like a lullaby.
I'll keep that in mind.
But it won't be there. Go
What was the awkward pause?
Always go back to that building at night.
Why don't I take you home? Where do you live?
I'll go to the bazaar by myself. I'm not a baby. If you don't want to keep the music box, you could sell it there. It's worth a lot.
Pretty generous that she gives it to me, but I'm probably going to give it back to her if it lets me. Search for the music box. So they show up there at night, so it's actually better if I go there during the day then. At least that's what I'm reading it as. I love, though, how that Aiden, like, corrects himself, like, if he runs into kids. I mean, it's completely a fair thing to do. Like, the fact that, you know, Aiden sees a kid and he's, like, not gonna, like, I don't know, like, tell the kid something stupid like, hey, fuck off, you know, or whatever. But, But, like, it's funny when he's like, how about I beat him up, or my lady, or, like, how can I help, or, like, like, the thing with his parents being like, you know that those are virals, right? Like, he's trying to, like, let him down. He's, like, it's funny, like, I don't know what it is, but, like, even the most cruelest to person sometimes can have a sweet spot for kids. Like, not swearing, for example, around them or something. It's funny, like, even, like, people that, like, are a little bit more crass have, like, a moral code. I'm not saying Aiden's evil or a bad person. I'm not trying to compare him to that at all. That's not what I meant. It's more rather like I'm just saying is that somebody that normally, I guess is like, become desensitized to certain lot of things because they grew up and became an adult and realized the harsh realities of the world. It's not all sunshine and rainbows. They still like keep that, not exactly lie, but that censorship around kids because, kids don't need a lot of this bullshit that's in the world, and it's a way to keep them pure. You know, let them look at world from a glass half full type of perspective because of the lack of, like, let's say, a bad stimulant. Oh. Ooh. Oh, that's disturbing. Oh, it's like mildly off key. That's creepy. Dude, whenever anything involves, like, an innocent thing, like children's music, and you, like, slightly change it, oh god, that's fucking creepy. That's creepy as shit.
A music box melody. Seems to be coming from that infected.
What, the big guy? Is it, like, stuck in him? Here, let me change to the sword. Dude, there's so much shit going on, I can't even see what's going on. Although, for some reason, I am absolutely surprised that I managed to not get hit by any of the infected. This guy, for some reason, only has a front attack, because when he stomps, it doesn't kill me from backwards, like the others have done that before. And even his spin attacks, he somehow always managed to miss me at just the best timing that's convenient for me. Okay, there, he finally hit me once. Multiplayer mode is enabled. Okay, so maybe this game does allow you to play single player. You guys see that font at the right? I think this game does allow you to play single player offline because that annotation just popped up. Alright, well, this guy's dead. That's it? All I did is just collect him, not even gonna return to the kid? Okay. That's weird how that she just wanted me to have it, just because of the idea that she didn't want the others to have it. It wasn't even about, like, her needing her box back. She just wanted the bad guys to not have it, I guess. Oh well. I think I technically needed to clear whatever this area was anyway before. So I'm kind of glad I took care of it. Now we got the matchmaker, which is also different. Or is this what was always here? No, yeah, this is different because the other one's water fight. Yeah, it's like some side quests show up only after I've done certain ones. You see that? It's weird. That only just now showed up. So it's like sometimes side quests are not available on the map to see unless you've done another quest before. Because it's not even like it was a question mark that was there. It literally just was not there until I did this one. I mean, it's because they need you to have certain equipment to do a side quest and they lock them from you. That was the one thing about a game like let's say something on par with, like, let's say Zelda Breath of the Wild, where hypothetically you could just run straight to the boss after, like, at the very least getting, I think, the paraglider, or at least getting out of the Great Plateau. Like, there's a minimum requirement, but there's, like, the least amount of requirements possible before you can just head straight to the boss, and you can just complete the game at your own speed. But this game, it's kind of similar to that. No, not entirely. It's not like I can run just straight to Waltz and, like, just find him immediately. But, I've noticed that in this game, the things that I was worried about before have seemed to die down a little bit. I remember that I was upset about the idea that certain things, like, for example, certain water towers were available to you immediately, but you couldn't do them until you ranked up, and you had to come back. That's almost RPG-like, and I don't like that about RPGs, where it's like you can get to something immediately and it doesn't tell you that you need a minimum requirement of things to, I guess, ideally do it. And so you waste your time trying to get all the way there, realize you can't do it, and then you have to go back after you've ranked up a little bit and then return. That's almost like the equivalent of, like, when you drive somewhere, forget something at your house, then have to drive back to your house, pick it up, and then go back again. You waste gas. It's like that same exact annoying idea where it's like you just want to get it done out of the way immediately. I don't want to have to backtrack. Or at least I want that to be optional. I don't mind replaying missions, I just don't want it to be where it's like, don't make something available to me and not tell me I need a requirement before I can get there. I don't want to waste my time walking over there. So, talk to you.
You know me?
Yeah, I was hoping I'd bump into you. Let me introduce myself. I'm Rahim. I run Sparkle, the first post-apocalyptic dating service.
What? Dude, this took me off guard. Like, what is with all these really weird questions? These NPCs are trying to make, like, real-life services in the apocalypse. One lady was trying to make cologne. The other guy's trying to, like, deliver, like, fast food or whatever to the other person. And then this guy's got a dating service. Now we got, like, zombie Tinder. And I just find it kind of funny how that a lot of these don't even have to really do much with zombies. That it's just normal shit. Sure. How does it work?
A dating service? I could use a little something, if you know what I mean. Tell me.
Oh, I'll gladly explain. Get you up to speed? Okay, I'll admit it. I made you a card already.
Whoa. What?
I created a profile for you.
Profile.
Like a card?
What on earth for?
Well, it's my job. The world may have ended, and most of our loved ones have turned into bloodthirsty monsters roaming the streets, but that doesn't mean people have stopped being lonely. I mean, shit, that's exactly why they're lonely these days.
People weren't lonely before, yeah. Hey, Zoe, what's up, man? So has this guy got basically like a driver's license type of size, I guess, like, dating profile card? Can you imagine if you solicited your dating options as as a card to somebody? How would that work? Would it be like a business card where you're socializing with someone and, like, instead of just flat out asking them on a date, you're like, here's my business card, here's my profile, and then, like, it's got like a business card and all it does is like read us something like as almost as if it's like a Tinder bio. Can you imagine having somebody hand you like a business card type of thing, but it's like for dating? It's just being like, I like long walks on the beach. I like snuggling in bed. I like watching movies. And it's like all that stuff. It would almost come across as weird. But I'm thinking more of like what would also be with Tinder, like an actual Tinder profile, being like, I like anal. Nice.
So, let me get this straight. Your cards help people meet.
Basically,
How about you just actually socialize? Unless you just do a thing where you slide it under the door where they live and run. Which is then even more weird.
Then I put their portrait on a card and display it on my dating board. If someone's interested, they get in touch with me and voila, a romance is born. Not always for very long, but I guess that's something that hasn't changed. But right now, I'm in deep shit, and I desperately need help.
Of course you do.
Some shithead trying to imitate me forged several Sparker cards. They scattered them around town. That's infringement. It's ruining my reputation and disorienting my customers. I need someone to collect these fake cards for me and bring them back. I heard that talentless hack was killed in a dark zone, so he won't be bothering me again. And I managed to find most of the fake cards. But there are 2 left I couldn't get hold of. Bring them to me, and I'll give you the card I've made for you. Check the map on the wall. I've marked possible locations for the fake card.
I almost am curious to see what he describes me as on that dating card. Like, that sounds like a weird thing for someone else to make you a dating profile. Like, and he said he already made it. He made one off an assumption of who I am. I really want to see what he thinks of me. That'd be kind of funny. Find the 2 fake cards, but there's multiple locations. By the way, Zoe, don't know if I said hi, so once again, just want to say hi. Let me know how you are doing.
Sweet weapon you got there, Aiden. Is it new?
You could say it's new, but thank you, AI. I find it funny how that the AI know me on a first name basis now. I didn't mean to use that exactly. And I also didn't mean to jump off a building, but we'll fix that real quick. Switch to the Executioner's Axe. This is just such a bizarre mission. Dude, I swear to God that, like, the people in Villador are weirder, but even here, some of the people have such bizarre-ass missions. Like, I was expecting more of, like, a zombie game. It's, like, it's not a problem exactly, but it's just weird. It's, like, I was expecting to be more, like, I guess the kid mission, like, where it's, like, you know, something, I don't know, something involving zombies. Or it's, like, the zombie parents teach the kid that his parents are actually zombies. Or it's, like, another one is, like, with Hubert, it's, like, do a supply run for a guy and see if he, like, double crosses you. Or, like, I don't know, just something different. I'm not really expecting, like, the weirdest one was the, oh, what was the mouth? It was the race where you had the lady and the husband, and they were trying to save their marriage over, like, some sort of food item, and you need to collect the food item and give it to them to allow them to make up. And it was the stupidest shit I've ever seen. Like, there's some bizarre-ass missions in this game that are just stupid. They're not even related to zombies. And I don't know why they just are funny to me. Because this is a dark zone, so I definitely want to come back here during the day. Or, sorry, the night. So there's a rest zone at this windmill. So we'll get to the windmill, and then we're going to come back. Really quickly, though, I am just going to plug in my laptop. Get the cord. Okay, my audio is working fine. Just periodically checking in. Okay. Oh, you want to know also another thing I noticed about this game that's a different approach to things? Certain zombie types have not been found yet. Like, for example, the zombie kids. I've noticed that in this game, there's a lack of zombie kids. And all the kids in this game are actually alive. Which is surprising for me to see that, because I thought they would take the approach of, like, you know, having more zombies. But this area seems almost kind of like sectioned off, kind of like an Alexandria equivalent in, like, The Walking Dead. Where it's actually, like, strangely calm in the parts here in this game. You only really find zombies in certain areas. Not that I also need to see zombie kids, I'm just saying I'm surprised I haven't seen a single one. For example, like, volatiles. Like, I'm surprised to see that they're sectioned off in certain areas unless you, run around and trigger them at night. By, startling a howler at, like, level 3. Have you tried out, Bean Boozled before? Yeah, I have played that game before. That's the game where, like, you have two different, identical-looking jelly beans, and you taste them, and one's, like, mint flavor, and the other one tastes like dick. Or another one tastes like chocolate, the other one tastes like a bucket of shit. Yeah, I think, like, I played that game before, although those are not the flavors, but I've had some, really nasty flavors in that game before. I think one of them is flavored to be, like, almost like the equivalent of, like, shit, or it's like farts or something. Besides the point, I have played that game before, and I actually have thought about implementing it into a video at one point. Maybe as like a Fall Guys challenge, because of the fact that jelly beans, having a bean similarity. I have thought about it on Left 4 Dead before, where it's like, let's say I try to, like, I don't know, do something, if I fail, I have to take a chance at having a bean, and one might be good and one might be bad, just to see my funny reactions. But it probably would be more of a Fall Guys challenge than I think about it, because you guys like seeing Fall Guys, and it would allow me to open up the door for the chance to do a Fall Guys challenge series. So is the Howler gonna move or not? Yeah, see, this is the only opportunity I think that you can use F in the game to defend yourself. I think the Howler is staying away from me. We'll see. Okay. You're going down. Oh, I got an achievement. That scared the crap out of me. Why are there volatiles in here? I thought that this was a dark zone, not a goddamn fucking, what's its name? The GRE zone. I thought that you couldn't find volatiles out in the game. Unless you trigger them, from outside with a howler. I guess not. You can find them here. Me and my big mouth, I say that I'm like, I want to see more, like, I guess zombies, and I get, like, a volatile. Oh, wait, that one's transforming. See that? In the middle. That's like when it was like back in the first game where you had the volatile. Oh, there's a howler in there too. That's not helping. There's so many things in that fucking room. What the hell? But that's like, remember in the game where the volatiles had a nest and they would like grow out of the ground? That's exactly what this is. It's just an old school volatile nest. Oh shit, but I don't know if I have everything I need to take these guys on. This almost caught me by surprise. I'm definitely gonna need these. If I put a Betty on. Oh, I don't have any med kits. Yikes. Let me see if I can try something real fast that would get these guys to stay out. Going in. Dude. Shit. shit. He's dead. Aiden, stop. For some reason, I feel like that was kind of easy to kill the wall there, IMO. But I'm not gonna complain. Maybe I'm just stronger than I thought I was. Fake cards. Where's the fake cards? Ah.
A Sparker card. I know exactly who's looking for this.
So, do I leave now? Ow. Okay. Can I get in? Oh, I'm just allowed to leave now. Okay. The Howler's still there. Come on. I tried to chop his head off before he saw me. Is this thing like the Screamer, where it's like, it's gonna get triggered no matter what I do? Another side character, wait.
If not, the eye of heaven.
Oh, there's like a deer in here. There's animals in this game, it's just that they have them as pets and ways to keep food going. Are you referring to the cut zombie? The cut zombie? How delayed is my audio? Are you referring to the cut zombie? The cut zombie? How delayed is my audio? Is this in sync? Here, let me see something. The cut zombie? How delayed is my audio? Is this in sync? Here, let me see something. It's in sync. At least on my end it is. I don't know why, but for some reason, Zoe, like, your response to that seems like you were answering a question from, like, something I said, like, almost 10 minutes ago. Like, Zoe, for example, as you were watching this, even, like, let's say with a little bit of stream delay, are you hearing me talk about if you are hearing me? Because I want to make sure the audio is in sync. Because I think you might only be, like, 30 seconds behind. I hope so, at the very max. Typical stream delay is anywhere between 5 and 10 seconds. And then 30 is a little bit on the slower side, but that's reasonable. I'm worried that, like, it's alright. Okay, I was worried that, like, it was late. Because the thing you said about referring to the cut zombie, I thought you were asking about the thing I mentioned earlier about the baby zombie that got the cut from this game. Like, the one that was originally in Dying Light 1. And I thought you were bringing up a topic about something I already moved on from, and I thought that it was, like, a late response. I was just want to make sure that the stream wasn't out of sync or something.
Aha! Now I can get my own Sparker card.
I just have to double check those types of things, Zoe. That's all. I'm just trying to make sure the stream is good because I have nobody else to monitor the stream to tell me if it's in sync or if it's good. I have no hardware guys or handymen. Aiden, really? So bring back the fake cards, and I guess I get my own dating profile card. Ooh, fancy. Aiden loves to kill zombies while walking near the biohazardous chemicals, and he has a giant penis. That'll be my card I'll get. Watch. It's gonna almost be like a parody of like the stereotypical like walking on the long walks on the beach type of thing, but it's gonna like revolve around zombies or something. I can tell. I'm also gonna really quickly from this guy see if I can buy like yeah like military medkits or medkits because I really need them.